Hello everybody, I am Carmen and welcome back to my channel and another Cantonese grammar video. I introduced some of the most common Cantonese final particles to you in my previous video. If you haven't already, be sure to check that out. This video is a continuation of my final particle series. Today I'll be introducing to you another 5 common particles with examples to help you better understand their usages. So just to recap, what are final particles? Final particles, also known as ending particles, are words placed at the end of sentences to convey subtle emotional tones or provide additional meaning. They are crucial for expressing attitudes, emotions, and making the sentence more dynamic. And they are commonly used in informal speech. Final particles help add depth to Cantonese conversation. So the first particle we're looking at is ga, which is a combination of ge and a from my previous video. To recap, ge is used to emphasize the certainty or factual nature of a statement, as well as to highlight a possession. Meanwhile, a adds a softer casual tone to a statement, often used in neutral questions or when confirming a statement casually. Ga is therefore used to confirm or to clarify a statement softly. For example, 係真㗎. It's true. This not only adds emphasis, it also softens the tone, making it sound less assertive than just using ge, but adds a hint of emphasis which we cannot achieve by just using a by itself. Here are some example sentences. 係我㗎，係我㗎. It's mine. This emphasizes without sounding too aggressive. Notice that the sentence begins with 係, which is a copular verb. In English, sentences like this often begin with the pronoun it, referring to a situation. Cantonese is unlike English, where it is not used in such a way. Hence, you will often see 係 used to directly begin a sentence or clause. Here's another one. 你做咩㗎? What do you do? Again, this adds emphasis especially to the question word what, as in, what exactly is it that you do? Usually referring to someone's profession. Here's another example. 係我做㗎，係我做㗎. I did it. This emphasizes the subject, I, as in, it is I who did it. The next particle is lo. This is often used with 咪, which comes before it and the verb in a sentence. It is used to make suggestions for obvious solutions or to make obvious conclusions. For example, 凍咪着褸咯. If you're cold, then wear a coat. This is suggesting an obvious solution to the problem. Here are some examples. 咪係咯. 咪係咯. It is obviously so. This may depend on a bit of context. It is affirming and agreeing on the previously mentioned point, which was obviously true. As you can see here, you do not need to explicitly state the subject, as in the person you are talking to, as it is obvious from context and can be inferred. Here's another example. 你趕時間咪走咯. 你趕時間咪走咯. If you're in a hurry, then leave. Another example of suggesting an obvious solution to a problem. Here is another example. 落雨咪要帶遮咯. 落雨咪要帶遮咯. It's raining. Obviously, I need to bring an umbrella. Again, the subject is omitted because it is obvious from context who is carrying out the action. But if you were to insert a subject, let's say 我, I, where might it go? Right here, just before might. It has to go before you, as this is the action the subject is executing, and not before 落雨, as a person cannot rain. 遮 is another common ending particle and is also a useful one to use. It is used to minimize or downplay the significance of a statement. Here is an example. 我講笑啫. I'm just joking. This indicates that it's no big deal. It may sound rude and diminishing from an English perspective, but 啫 is often used in a neutral way in Cantonese. Here are some examples. 落雨啫. 落雨啫. It's just raining. This downplays the significance of the fact that it is raining and that there is no big deal and has little to no effect on our lives. Notice once again, there is no need for a subject. In English, the subject is it, but in Cantonese, we do not use it in the same way. Therefore, you do not need a subject in this statement for it to make sense. Here's another example. 我做嘢啫. 我做嘢啫. I'm just working. There is nothing more to it. 撞壞咗架車啫. 撞壞咗架車啫. It's just the car that's been crashed into and damaged. The next particle we are looking at is team, which is usually preceded by 種, which goes before it and the verb in a sentence, similar to how 咪 and 攞 is often used in pairs. This combination serves the purpose of adding emphasis, expressing an additional quality or condition, like also, to, and as well. It can also be used to convey an unexpected situation. For example, 下個禮拜好凍啊，仲會落雪添. It's very cold next week, it's going to snow too. Indicating not only is it going to be very cold next week, it will even snow as well. Here are some example sentences. 佢仲嚟咗添. 佢仲嚟咗添. She has come as well. In English, this sentence could be interpreted in two different ways. She has come in addition to another person. Or she even went as far as to bring herself over as well. In Cantonese, this is usually interpreted as the latter, the fact that she has brought herself over to the speaker's location, perhaps in addition to another action of hers. Here is another example sentence. 我仲要食飯添. 我仲要食飯添. I still have to eat as well. This indicates that this person needed to eat dinner, which is something they had to do in addition to another task. Here is a slightly longer and more complex example sentence. 下個禮拜落雨，仲會行雷閃電添. 下個禮拜落雨，仲會行雷閃電添. It's raining next week. There's even going to be thunder and lightning too. As you can see, even in such a long sentence, there is no clear subject. Arguably, the time phrase 下個禮拜 is the subject, but that doesn't affect its position in the sentence. In Cantonese, thunder and lightning are both verbal phrases, somewhat along the lines of to have thunder and to have lightning. 會 is a modal verb, as mentioned in a previous video, and is placed before the verb to indicate a future event. As you can see, 種 is placed before the additional and main event. The last particle we are looking at today is 未. This one is a little bit different to the other final particles because, when used in a regular sentence, it is placed before the verb, not at the end, to indicate not yet. But it is used at the end of a question as an ending particle to ask if something has happened yet. For example, 你食咗飯未呀? Have you eaten yet? We often use it in conjunction with which is placed at the very end to soften the question. Refer to my previous video for more information about this. Here are some final examples. 佢返嚟未? 佢返嚟未? Has he come back yet? Remember, you can add at the end to soften the question and make it less demanding for an answer. Here is another example. 飯煮完未? 飯煮完未? Has the rice finished cooking yet? And here's the last one. 落完雨未? 落完雨未? Has it finished raining yet? Remember, only in questions can may be used as a final particle. And that's it for today. I hope you learned something new and that this video has helped further your understanding of Cantonese final particles. If you have any questions, please do leave a comment below. Stay tuned for more final particles. If you enjoyed today's video, please show your support by liking my video, subscribing to my channel, and I will see you all next time. Bye!